My name is Rainy Day, and I'm a generational psychic medium with clairvoyant lineage extending back for generations. And since birth, I have had the gift of spiritual insight while combining that divine guidance with spirit and the other side. Yes, I see dead people. Welcome to my channel, and thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe, like, and share to spread love and higher consciousness from these messages to more people. For more amazing content, check out my website at www.rainyday.com, and you can email me at hello@rainyday.com. And you can find that information in the description. You can also find me on social media all across Apple Podcasts, TikTok, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those at Rainy Day Psychic Medium. If these messages have inspired you, please give back and donate today. I have now a new energy exchange tip jar, and that's at paypal.me/Rainy Day Psychic, and that is also in the description. So today, why are we here? So I am also a spiritual educator, and I love showing people all of the tips, tricks, and techniques that have been handed down from generations, many generations from my mother's side. And that guidance was mainly from my beautiful grandmother. They called her Oz. That wasn't her real name, but she truly was the great and powerful Oz. Oh, she's just amazing. So today, I want you to all know that we all have spiritual gifts. We all have metaphysical gifts that we can use in our everyday life for guidance, direction. You don't have to be a licensed psychic medium like me. We're going to talk today about bibliomancy. Have you ever heard of it? It's so cool. Bibliomancy is a simple way that you can connect, use your intuition and your gifts. You connect to your higher self, where you get guidance from spirit, that universal intelligence, the divine creator of all that is. It's really a beautiful divination method, and it only requires one object, a book. I have a whole bunch of books, and I grab, well, I'm going to show you what to do in a minute, but I have all these books. All of these books that I use, and I grab them off the shelf. All right, here we go. I grab them all because I love to hear and give the opportunity for growth and expansion, and to be able to really hear what spirit is trying to convey to me. So bibliomancy is really an ancient practice. It's been used and passed down through many generations. It's just another way of divination. It's a practice of seeking spiritual insight just by opening a book randomly, and choosing a passage from that book. You can use this divination technique to find out solutions to anything, any issue, anything, relationships, career, living situations. Is that true for me? All kinds of things. And this divination was really, really popular in the Middle Ages. So if it's resonating with you, maybe you had a past life during that time. So make sure you go to my website and subscribe to my newsletter, because I also have an upcoming past life 11-day Akashic past life regression. It's amazing. And I have an exclusive offer if you go to my website and sign up for my newsletter, and it's free. Yes, it's another divination technique. This is what I love about this, is it really sheds divine guidance. It sheds a light on anything that you're experiencing and anything that you have a question with. It could provide you the divine answer to that question, give you guidance, put you back on your path, and it will also tell you something about your future. It gives you direction and sacred guidance. When you perform this, make sure you perform this in your sacred space. So if you don't know what a sacred space is, I advise you to Google Energy Muse Sacred Space. Heather, I can never pronounce her last name. Abanoski. I'm terrible. I apologize. But Google her, go on her YouTube page and see how to put together and what is a sacred space. Look around me. I am in my sacred space. Make sure that you cleanse and clear that sacred space before you do any kind of divination. It's really, really important. I also gather some special crystals to heighten the experience and bring in the vibration. I love obsidian. I love selenite. For protection, I have tourmaline. Tourmaline absorbs the negative energy. And as it crumbles and dissipates, I take that dust and I bury it into Mother Earth because she will just take all that negative juju and energy away. So obsidian, tiger's eye, and hematite are my three go-to crystals for protection. It will mirror anything and of those lower vibrations. It will show them their own face, and I kind of get scared by that. That's what hematite does. It is said that obsidian is the psychic vacuum cleaner. It absorbs the negative energy. And what I love, love, love about tiger's eye is if you look deeply into tiger's eye, you see kind of all of these lines and these little labyrinths. And what it does is it kind of coerces those lower vibrational energy into the stone, into the labyrinth, and they get lost forever. Also, I love, love, love garnet for grounding, and I always hold it in my hand. So try those techniques and see if it helps you. Labradorite. Oh my goodness, I could look into labradorite and get so much information, but it also raises my vibration. And when you are in a high vibrational state, you are more apt to receive that divine guidance. So those are some crystals I use. So let's get ready. I'm going to show you, head over again to my website, www.raineyday.com, and download, I think it's under news and blogs, download my free, yes, it's free, 10 tenets to spiritual guidance and spiritual growth. So I'm going to share those with you right now. Wow, this is what you get. Download it, print it out for free. Isn't it pretty? So these are the 10 techniques that I use when I connect with spirit before I do any divination, any type of connection. And it doesn't take long to do these, I promise. Before you get out of bed, express gratitude. It instantly raises your vibration. When you get out of bed, plant those feet into Mother Earth on the floor, both feet planted flat, and ground yourself. Just take a moment right now to just ground yourself into Mother Earth with that root chakra. Just imagine a beautiful silver cord going down, 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 down into the core of Mother Earth, wrapping around that core of Mother Earth, and then bring that energy back up and just feel her love and being grounded in that center of gravity. Feel that gentle pull. And now we want to clear our space. And a very quick way to do that is breathe in white light. And on the out breath, just expand that white light beyond your physical form into your energetic essence, that auric field around you, and then expand it out into your sacred space. And call in Archangel Michael just for extra protection and command him. Archangel Michael, please step into this space and clear any energy that does not serve my highest good. And then we want to protect. Archangel Michael, make sure that you protect me. Clear this space with your beautiful sword of blue flame, a blue flame of light. Bring that into the space. And use your 3 protection crystals, put them near you, and just give them a job. Obsidian, hematite, tiger's eye. Your job is to protect my energetic essence and my sacred space from anything that doesn't serve my highest good. Now let's set our intention. So today we're going to ask a question. So our intention is we are going to get clear guidance that is for my highest and greatest good. Help me connect to my higher self. Let's hit it. And now we're going to do the invitation. We're going to invite spirit into our sacred space. So I'm going to stop sharing this for just a minute. You can find this on my website in my little spirit shop. When I open my connection to spirit, it's my invitation that I'm ready to work. For me, I light a white candle and I say a little prayer. Please step into this space. Please protect me. All of my spirit guides, my ascended masters, departed loved ones, the creator of all that is, please step into this space. Please guide me with your divine, clear guidance. It's that simple. You can also ring a bell. That's an invitation to spirit. I'm ready to work. One of my mentors and a very famous psychic, Lisa Williams, she would always wear a hat. And that was her signal to spirit that she's not working. Leave me alone. That's my boundary. Because when you open to spirit, you always want to create an intention and open yourself up, be open. She, when she was ready to connect with spirit, would take that hat off. That was a symbol. So you always need to signal your spirit team that you're ready to work. Okay, so let's get back to business. Once you create the invitation, now we need to do some deep breathing exercises to center us, to signal to our human physical form that we are getting ready to connect to that higher vibrational energy. So let's take a moment just to center ourselves, surrender to the moment, and allow this beautiful information to come through Bibliomancy. So take in a deep breath and release through your mouth. Another gentle deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth, expanding that vibrational in and out through our energetic essence. Now on this in-breath, breathe in some white light. Imagine all of your chakras are being opened, cleared, and as you breathe out, let go of what you can that is no longer serving you in this moment, space, and time. Now, the next says to meditate. Now, we're going to use bibliomancy as a way of meditating, as a way of using a divination technique to connect to spirit. So, here are some rules for you that you need to follow. It's a way to use bibliomancy to connect with your higher self. Now, your higher self, here's your crown chakra, is about 2 feet above your crown. And this is filled with beautiful energetic vibrations. So send, starting from your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown. Fill that space up and expand it out and around into your energetic essence, your auric field. That aura, fill it up, clear it, cleanse it. And now go up to your higher self. And now we're going to stand in front your personal library, your collection of books. It can be any book, Bibles. It can be a book about someone's life. It can be any type of a book. One of my favorite books is Working with the Law by Raymond Hollywell, 11 Truth Principles for Successful Living. You can find this on Amazon. It was like the first secret. Do you remember The Secret? These are many beautiful universal laws of divine guidance that he channeled, and it's been around way before we heard of that. So this is like my Bible. This was given to me when I was 12 years old by a very famous psychic medium who was my mother, my grandmother, my aunt's friend. His name was Grant Goodmanson. So it can be books like that. It can be any kind of a book. Here's another one. The Miracle Morning for Writers. Has nothing to do with spirituality. It can be anything. So stand in front of your books, wherever they are, close your eyes and just pick out a few. And then you're going to ask to be drawn to a specific book that is going to help guide you in the answers you seek. And so let's ask our question. So I'm going to give you an example of something that I'm struggling with and that I need divine guidance on. And it has to do with an email campaign that I'm getting ready to write. So please give me guidance on that email campaign. See how specific it is? So we've set our intention. And then I encourage you to close your eyes as you do this so that you aren't influenced by your physical, what you're seeing in your human mind. We want to get out of our human mind and come from our higher self. So I am just going to choose a book randomly. And I'm going to ask my question again. Please give me clear guidance and direction on where to go, what to use, how to go about this email campaign. And I'm being drawn to one specific book. Oh, The Power of Ritual. Okay. So when you feel ready, just run your hands over the bookcase, pull out that pull out that book, and then pick up the book that you feel most drawn to. And just remember, keeping your eyes shut. So now, one of the most important things is to hold it between both hands. I'm going to move these other books so I can do this without any interruptions or my mind going anywhere else. So you're just going to breathe in some green, emerald green energy, and that is the color of your heart chakra. Breathe it in, and you're going to send that same emerald energy out from your heart chakra into the book. Now, you also know that you have meridians and chakras in the palms of your hand. So we're going to ask Spirit to please activate them now. Give me clear guidance to the answers that I seek. And now, when you're ready, don't force this. Just go when you're ready. Follow your gut. Follow your intuition. You're going to open that book anywhere, just randomly. So I'm opening the book and I'm not looking at it yet. I'm asking Spirit to guide me to what and where you want me to read. So I'm reading, it guided me to like the first chapter on page 143, The Power of a Ritual. It's called Connecting with Nature. It's so funny that I have to tell you, as a psychic medium, when I hit on something that's so detailed, people always tell me, it's so funny that I just said that to myself. Well, people, I am a psychic. Of course I'm going to hit on that. It's not funny. It's science. So here's the answer to my question. So think of what you see in newspaper headlines or listen to the way that most business leaders and policy makers talk. So it's so funny because the last 3 days I've been getting in my car and I drove out to Searchlight, Nevada. And I just enjoyed the drive. And it was beautiful. It was light rain. It was overcast. And I was listening to music. And then I drove out to Boulder City, out to Lake Mead. I just don't know why, but I've had this calling to just get out of my sacred space, out of the same stuff I do every day, and do something different. And the next day, I drove out to Pahrump. And it was just a beautiful drive. The gas was cheap there, so I filled up my tank and I just saw the beauty all around me. And then the next day, I drove again back to Pahrump, but I stopped in Mountain Springs and just kind of took in nature. So maybe this is another key that what I've already been doing, I'm on the right path. So, connecting with nature. So let's think of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this and then I'm going to write down in my journal. So you need a journal specific to this particular divination technique, because over a period of time, Spirit is going to download to you a story and you're going to be able to put the pieces together. And I always use like a purple pen because purple is for some of you, it's your third eye. For me, it's my crown. Purple and that beautiful opalescent white color. And it's with intention. It just is another tool that I use to connect with Spirit. So think of what you see in newspaper headlines or listen to the way that most business leaders and policymakers talk. So I guess I really need to pay attention to how the message is coming across. that maybe it shouldn't be so businesslike. Maybe it needs to come from the heart, my authentic self. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to write that down in my journal, and I'm going to take these little pieces. I'm going to break them down into little bite-sized, manageable pieces, so I can really tune in to my intuition. So in this paradigm, preserving the environment clashes with goals to grow the economy. So strip mining, drilling, and dump waste are an unfortunate necessity. So I don't feel that that resonates with me, but I'm going to write that in my journal because maybe later it's going to make more sense. So here's another technique you can use. Remember, I'm a spiritual educator, and really, if this is resonating with you, please subscribe to my newsletter, www.raineyday.com. Have to keep putting that in there because I am also learning to promote my gifts. It's another path that I'm on. Our own smaller scale version of this frame is to see our own lives as distinct from the natural world. So I really need to tap into my intuition. And here's that key. I don't understand what you're telling me. Show me more in a way that I will. So you're going to expand this beautiful divination technique by asking Spirit. I don't get it. Show me it in a different way. I'm simple, people. Come on now, Spirit. Show me in a way that I'm going to understand. We might visit natural vistas or landscapes during a vacation, for example, but by and large, nature is out there and far away from us. I just had a download. I just had something that resonated so much that my vibration changed. What it's telling me is I'm on the right path. I do, in order to really write from my heart and my authentic self, not from a business aspect, but from a way that people who resonate with my message, as long as I'm authentic to myself, the message will be received. And I need to do more of getting out in nature to be clear and away from the mechanics of here's what you do, here's your call to action. All of those mechanics, I need it to be more organic. Nature is out there and far away from us. So that was a huge epiphany for me. Wow. Wow. How about you? Did you feel the shift? I certainly did. Wow, I could really feel through this divination practice, bibliomancy gave me a stronger connection to my own intuition. It kind of got me out of my human experience. My head was not involved at all. My human mind did not change the mechanics or the vibration of this. My intuition shifted that frequency. And for a moment, and I want you to recognize this, you won't receive a direct response, but you will receive clues. And so when you're done, write all of this down in your journal. And I want the journal to be exclusive for this purpose only. Write what your intuition is picking up. And after you read that guidance, after you've read it, that came directly from Spirit, I was guided to read that passage for my highest good, to keep me on my path, to keep me on my own yellow brick road. I'm going to write that down. Then I'm going to leave it alone for a full 24 hours. Because when you come back to it, when you come back to what you've written, you can see it with different eyes, maybe your third eye, maybe a knowing, and you're going to get that deeper message. That next day, ask. Don't forget to ask. Important messages and lessons will come through. You just need to practice. Give it time. Work the 10 tenets: gratitude, ground, clear, protect, intention, invitation, breath. And in this instance, we aren't meditating. We're using bibliomancy. Wasn't it amazing? Then you're going to journal. And now that we are done, we're going to close the connection to Spirit. But before we do, If you enjoy this type of content, please, please, please join my newsletter. Follow me. Make sure you like and subscribe and share so I can continue to bring these wonderful divination techniques to you, this content that helps you. So now we're going to close to spirit. It's very important. Anytime you open your connection to spirit, you must close it. So I lit my candle. If you rang your bell, ring your bell. So this is what I do. So before I blow out and it's always a white candle because that's pure intention. That connects me to the divine creator of all that is. So before I blow out this candle, I thank my team in spirit that I invited in. Those ascended masters, Archangel Michael, thank you for protecting me. All of my crystals that I gave a job to, thank you for keeping me protected. Thank you for keeping my energy clear. Thank you for helping me connect and absorbing anything that doesn't serve my highest and greatest good. Thank you, beautiful angels, for stepping forward. Thank you, other light beings from other dimensions, space, and time, for helping me on my journey and consistently showing up and stepping into my sacred space. Thank you, sacred space, for keeping my vibration high, making me feel safe along this journey. And I thank my higher self for allowing that pure connection. And I accept self-love into my heart space. And I am closing this connection with gratitude, grace, and love. Thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Rainy Day. May you have a beautiful, blessed day, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from, and enjoy this beautiful technique. Let me know what you think. Drop it in the in the description. Drop it in the chat. Join me on my Instagram and Facebook page at rainyday.com, where we're going to continue the discussion. If you have any more questions, join me. Post it there. Oh, and I also want to tell you, I am going to be doing a live Bibliomancy, answering your questions on August 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So that's August 14th. I'm going to be reading you live, taking your questions, and I'm going to be using Bibliomancy to answer those questions from that divine guidance from Spirit. So don't forget to go to my website and download the 10 tenets from Spirit Academy. Got a lot coming up. Enjoy your evening, day. Journal, journal.